Welcome to a windswept Buccaneer field here in Miami Shores, South Florida. We have a fast
victory. You know, Stumptown is named for the history of the town where they played in North Carolina.
No one's really come up with that winning formula to try and contain Miami FC and get a result. couple of Brazilians, some homegrown talent, and it'll be interesting to see how they set up their stall to play Miami FC today. Which is a busy evening's work for any goalkeeper, and yeah, even with the best efforts of the Curie goalkeeper, whose name will not. Shaped at right back, it looks like, as the teams are lining up here. Hector Morales and touch for Lloyd Sam early on. Sent it to Brent Griffin. Play it to the back, and the early touch for Sergio Campbell, the big centre back there. And McGrain sends it long. Quickly back to Lamaris, nice little interplay there, but the control is not quite on point by Lloyd Sam. A chance. Looking start to this game with Miami FC retaining a little possession. Roseboom to Miguel Gonzalez. Roseboom might get it back, but does well to win the ball back there as well. Some more trademark one-touch passing, the ball played in, and out smartly is McGrain to gobble up that ball, slow the game down, and he's going to give his players time to get downfield, get into shape.
Yeah, they're going to want to take a breather, because that's going to be what they're going to be seeing from Miami FC most of this evening, is long stretches of possession, looking to really boss the game around.
Well, I think that was Donald Benamna who took the ball off Tommy Granito there. And a nice little promising period of play for Stumptown. Broken up by Griffiths, but it will come back to a Stumptown player. And that is a smart thing to do with face of the roadblock of orange and blue, is just to keep the ball moving. Berry is here on the right-hand side.
Lee, it's their first spell with the ball, really, and I'm just going to curse them, because I was going to say they look very calm and composed with it. not too eager to make the big move, but there they did go for broke with a through ball that didn't quite connect, and now Miami FC will have possession back.
Yeah, just a little bit too much on that through ball. Could have been in. Miami FC sticking with a short pass in here, and there's a pass from Roseboom trying to bypass the midfield, but Stumptown come up with it again. That's a nice looking ball, and he just can't get there, Berry. And I think it was the number 7, Tate Robertson, who's one of the midfield anchors. Great pass. Just couldn't get it to his teammate. Here's a first touch for Ariel Martinez, and he's dispossessed. And that was the number 12 for the Stumptown Athletic, Drew Yates.
That's a player not worried about showing proper graces of respect. He's going in physically and cleanly.
Oh, what a ball that is. Can he get there? No. It's going to be the number 5 for Stumptown, Gabriel Silva, the Brazilian, who reads the game well and snuffs out that promising attack by Miami FC.
I tell you what, Lee, if we see a team that can combine good, clean physical play like we saw there, along with patient passing, that might be a strategy that you can employ to try to slow down this Miami FC attack.
Definitely. Plenty of space for Tommy Granito here. Oh, and he's given possession away, and a chance now for Stumptown to counter. Nice little bit of skill. Hasn't got too much happening in front of him. Hector Morales is right in the right place at the right time with Banamna lurking. Stumptown are not overawed by this occasion.
If Bananma wasn't so eager to head towards goal, he would have been onside, and that might have been 1-0 Stumptown. That was an attacker really wanting the ball.
Well, what a ball that is! And Stumptown, oh no, that offside!
Barely offside.
Well, that was sometimes, you know, when the defense, Miami defense pushes up, that little through ball, if it's not going towards goal and it's going into a channel or towards the corner flag, there may be some joy for Stumptown in that today. But of course, you've got to be careful piling forward too much for Miami FC, because they are deadly coming back at you. Markey to Lloyd Sam. Lloyd Sam has to go inside to Morales. Here's Dylan Mares, crowded out by white jerseys. And that is smart play out of defense by Stumptown. And good work by Dylan there.
Mares throwing for Stumptown. Stumptown getting a little bit more possession now. Really getting into the game about 6 minutes in. A little bit more even after this first minute or two.
And there's a flag from the linesman there. I'm not sure what that's about.
I think that's going to be handball. That would be my guess. Right? Bring that in off the old chest and maybe took a bit of a side hop and hit him in the arm.
Well spotted, Matt. Your eyesight was better than mine. Here's here's Brenton Griffiths, who will go across to Markey. The number 45. Miami FC strides forward confidently, spreads it wide to Lloyd Sam. Sam wants to take his player on. Lovely little bit of skill by Lloyd Sam. Dylan Mares stands it up into the area, and that's a good clearance, but only as far as Brian James. James, well, he had, I think it was Miguel Gonzalez and Lance Roseboom there, and sent it out for a goal kick.
Lee, we want to let you guys know that you don't ever have to be without your Miami FC. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Miami FC. Join the conversation, get access to exclusive offers and promotions, and be the first to know all of the latest news and information. Follow your Miami FC now.
Nicely done, Matt. Long kick. Granito is underneath it. Miguel Gonzalez will win the second ball. Turns, faces goal. Roseboom is getting forward quite often, but that was a little bit too much on the pass, and he can't keep it in, and it'll be a throw-in for Stumptown Athletic. Roseboom playing a little more of a more advanced role than we usually see him today, Matt.
I think that the strategy here by Paul Dalglish is go with what you know and go even a little bit harder. Go attack, get goals early, put teams away early. The longer we've seen from this team in cup competition and in league, the longer they go without a goal, the longer they go without a goal. The thing is, those runs without goals can get to be really long. If you get one early, you tend to find a second, a third, and a fourth before you even know it.
Too true. Roseboom will throw it in. Still no meaningful chances or efforts on goal yet. Stumptown will be pretty happy with the opening to this game. Granito finds Morales operating on the left-hand side of that central midfield. Here's Lloyd Sam. Sends Dylan Mares on a little run, and that's going to be the first corner kick of the game.
Yeah, it's a clever little put out there on the back line, giving Miami FC their first corner. First real opportunity for really either side.
Markey's come forward, so has Brenton Griffiths. Roseboom in the mixer. Morales as well. Delivery. Oh, and it's headed out by Stumptown, only as far as Granito. Well, he can hit them, but I don't know if maybe he's been watching a little bit of Rugby World Cup and he's put that one out for a line out or a throw in, as we should say.
The wind didn't help, but the wind didn't have much to do with that one. That was just a mishit. Sometimes those come along. Again, this is an attacking team. I don't think the coach is going to give too much stick for it. You know, take a chance, but that wasn't the best effort.
It's one of those ones where as it's dropping, you can see it in the back of the net, and then you get all excited about it, you hit it, and then, yeah, less said about it, better. Nice little ball there for Stumptown, yeah. And they retain possession here, and that's good play by the number 8, Michael Binns, out to the left-hand side. Played early forward. Roseboom is there, the sheriff of Miami, Lance Roseboom. And it's going to be a free kick, a little too hard in on Morales there by number 11 for Stumptown, Jaden Brown. And again, for a team that's not played that many games, the players look like they have quite a good understanding on the Stumptown roster today.
It definitely seems like they're seeing the pass, they're seeing the man that they want to pass to before they would really be able to. It's a lot of work on the training ground. You know, that kind of team chemistry can matter a lot in any game, and especially against this Miami FC. That's
a great ball out to Berry on the right-hand side, and he's controlled it well. There's a little platform for Stumptown Athletic now. He goes outside. Morales still going. Hector Morales says, "Not today, son," and puts it out for a corner kick.
I tell you what, Lee, one of the kind of defining characteristics that has put Miami FC beyond their competition in recent years has been their ability to move the ball across the field, those long passes, getting in at the right time. You know, a team that has that same trick up their, up their sleeve could be quite dangerous.
Well, a first corner for Stumptown. Central defenders have come forward. Can they get a good delivery in? That's a little bit too long. It's gone over everyone. Martinez is chasing it. He's got a little bit of company. Checks back inside. Sends it over the top for the on-rushing Hector Morales. And that is some good defensive play by Tate Robertson, the number 7 for Stumptown. Stumptown are in this game at the moment. And Miami FC is just, in all the Miami FC players in their own half, which is not something we see that often.
I have to think there's a little bit of an element of surprise, like seeing a team being able to move the ball this well, right through. Oh, that's offside though. Good eye by the official there. I didn't spot that, but that was still a well-placed ball through the Miami FC defense, which, as you said, Lee, had retreated back into their own half. Not a lot of windows to get through, but the pass there found one.
We saw a similar start, Matt, to the Fury game, where it was almost like Miami FC were just feeling their way into the game and the opponents because they don't really know that much about them, and then they really start to kick on. Here goes Dylan Mares into the area. Great ball by Hector Morales. Mares is still going, but he's been held up by 2-3 players. Needs some support. Lloyd Sam is there. Lloyd Sam is free. Lloyd Sam looks up, sends it into the area and into a defender. Still live. Lloyd Sam lifts it across goal. Wonderful defending and helped away. Here's Markey. Is he going to shoot? No. Sends it out wide. And the move breaks down and they can come away with Donald Benamna. And here is the number 11 for Stumptown, Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown driving down the right-hand side. Not a lot of movement in front of him. Takes on Granito and leaves Granito chasing shadows. Crossed into the area. And, well, I don't think maybe Mark Pace clearly said that he wanted the ball, but it was safety first by Jalen Markey there.
I tell you what, Lee, Thomas Granito, very, very good player for Miami FC, not having his best 10 minutes here at the beginning of this game. And Jalen Brown is putting on a show. I mean, he's doing a heck of a job down that right-hand side. So far for Stumptown, so good.
Just to finish my thought from earlier on before this corner kick, I think sometimes Miami FC want to get a handle on their opponents before moving up a gear. Maybe that's what's happening here. But anyway, Stumptown Athletic have a corner kick. A little bit of movement in the area. And again, the delivery is a little bit too long. He's kicking into the wind as well. It shouldn't really be an issue.
I think he might be overcompensating. I think he feels the wind. It does feel pretty breezy here, but I think he's kicking as though it's a tropical storm or something we're facing it, because he's really putting the foot into it.
It's a very un-South Florida evening. It's the humidity is backed off a little bit. It's windy. We have a threat of rain. I don't know if you can see on the pictures. There are some clouds lurking. So the short passing would probably be the order of the day, but we've seen some good long passing so far. Here's Lloyd Sam. Stands it up into the area. Oh, and great defending there with Miguel Gonzalez lurking. And Miguel Gonzalez is not the sort of person you want lurking in the area. Better to make sure and put it out for a corner kick.
Absolutely. That was definitely the right call. I tell you what, this last 5-6 minutes or so, this has been fun. This has been a real back and forth. Both teams getting opportunities, making solid passes. This is great.
Well, again, the game goes for 90 minutes, so we'll wait for the final score before we make too many judgments. But so far, it looks like a little bit more of an even contest than last week, and that should make for a better evening's entertainment. Morales sends it in near post. All kind, well, fortuitous ricochet there, and again, Ariel Martinez. Oh, he's given the ball away to Roseboom, and Martinez does get the ball back. Drops the shoulder, goes to the left-hand side. Here is Gino Morales. That's a good-looking ball. And the number 4 for Stumptown, Sergio Campbell, the big Jamaican, again, takes no chances.
I think that was the right call, too, because there was a Miami FC head waiting for that ball. He got up, he put a strong head to it, and again, makes Miami FC try to score off the corner.
It's a Sunday evening. It's school tomorrow, but there's still a rowdy contingent from Dade Brigade cheering the team on. Not a bad turnout considering the potential for the weather here at Buccaneer Field at Barry University for this National Independent Soccer Association. I had to think, saying all the words out loud.
Sounds right to me.
Encounter between Miami FC and Stumptown Athletic. I think
waiting for the go-ahead here.
This is an interesting corner routine because pretty much everyone is sort of near post. Miami FC not really leaving anyone else in the area. Granito is lurking. Maybe Granito will be the target here. And it's sent in, and we go for the Olympico again. We weren't that far away.
I think that was intentionally. I think they were going for the Olympico. They were trying to pull everyone in that near post because the last corner went near post and try to leave a little bit of a space open far post and nearly got there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give you that one. I think that was probably the training ground routine. Send everyone near post and then send in the possible Olympico at the far post. No dice. It's still 0-0. And McGrain will send it long into the Miami sky.
And gear up for the season at the official online team store of your Miami FC. Purchase home and away team shirts, t-shirts, caps, scarves, and a variety of styles and options for men, women, and children. Just go to store.miamifc.com. That's store.miamifc.com.
I was rocking that the home jersey at work on Friday because I can get away with it with the collar. If it's got a collar on Casual Friday, oh, that's a nice ball forward, a little bit too much on it, and all the way to McGrain.
It's pretty fancy for a soccer kid. It was good decent business for your office sent to the
Here comes Stumptown, choosing to go long as well. That's one for Benamna to chase. Well, he's got a set of wheels on him, and he will keep it in play. Griffiths is there in close attention. They cut the ball back. They've got the angle here. They can get a good cross in. Roseboom is in the way again. It'll be a throw in for Stumptown.
Lance Roseboom, I think, kind of adopting the play style of Lloyd Sam from last game, where he just kind of pops up everywhere. Why is he here? Why is he there? Oh, well, he's seems to be covering the entirety of the field.
Well, it's been a close game so far, Matt, but no real efforts on goal unless you really want to count that corner routine. It's an intriguing encounter.
Yeah, it's been neither goalkeeper has had to really make a life or death decision. It's been good passing. It's been well contested. That ball knocking around inside, but there's going to be a foul.
Yeah, I think it was a shove in someone's back there. I think it was a right call.
I think so. Yeah, it's been pretty even, pretty well contested, sharply passed, which I love to see the good passing, building out of the back. Both teams kind of, I think it's the early rounds of a 12-round fight.
We're starting to get a few spots of rain here as the clouds move over us. Moving forward is Lloyd Sam. Morales making the most of his starting today, moving infield, trying to playing Gonzalez, can't quite get there. And smart play there by Binns again. Here is the number 10 for Miami FC. Oh, he was taken out, and that is going to be a free kick.
That might be a card.
Gino Morales is making a point maybe about the height of the boot. I think the referee has seen all this, and you say card, I think he's probably going to keep the cards in his pocket. This is going to be one of those talking twos. But this is a nice range for Miami FC.
I think it's just within the possibility, within the ability to take a direct shot on it. We'll have to see.
Dylan Mares is trotting over with the ball. And I think the referee has agreed with me, Matt, and I think he's the next one probably is going to be a card. But for now,
he was so forceful with the step back motion that usually I've always associated that with the referee saying, "Step back, I've made my decision, it's a card." But apparently he's saying, "Step back, we're going to have a nice conversation. I'm going to set this young man straight, and we'll make sure he doesn't do this again."
I think Granito is there to confuse everyone. Mares has paced it out. And again, the left foot of Ariel Martinez.
Always lurking. It's always there on the pitch, ready to go.
So this is difficult for McGrain in a Stumptown goal because he's not really sure what's going to be coming here. Dylan Mares sends it in. Ooh! I don't know if that was a save. He certainly might have got a fingertip to it. Maybe it was going wide anyway. But a real chance there, Matt.
That was probably the best chance so far. That was just a bit outside. Again, the keeper always has to go for that and get the fingertips on it, even if you think it might be a couple inches off, just in case. He does the good work there. But Miami FC with another corner now. This should be corner number 4.
Again, this time everyone on the penalty spot. Dylan sends it over nicely, near post header, and it's in at the far post by Brenton Griffiths, the big centre-back for Miami FC. And we have a first goal here at Buccaneer Field. Miami FC 1, Stumptown Athletic 0.
Lee, you could see that one developing right off the boot of Dylan Mares. Went with the 2 hands up, sent the ball in low and near post. It was a shot on goal, a header on goal, got saved, but Miami FC always throws men into the box. There's always a second chance if they can put pressure on the keeper, and that's exactly what happened. A goal for Miami FC, and Stumptown, all that work, they're now going to have to be digging out of a 1-0 deficit.
Yeah, it's a little harsh on Stumptown. They've done very well to match Miami FC so far, but you can't switch off at the set pieces, and they gave Brenton Griffiths the freedom of the penalty area there, and they were punished for it. But now it is about how they respond.
Yeah, it's Stumptown has a style of play that we've seen so far that should be resilient. But take a look here, there might be another opportunity.
Oh, here is Ariel Martinez. He takes a touch, he hits it, and it's a stop by McGrain, following it into the far post. It's Miguel Gonzalez, and McGrain does really well to get back up. That's great goalkeeping from the Stumptown keeper.
Yeah, Lee, we've seen this before. Miami FC getting one, following up with the second, and a little bit of a let-off from Stumptown really seemed to be an opportunity for Miami FC to double their advantage. They're going to have another go at it here. We'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, from the other side, looks like Ariel Martinez will take the corner kick. Cure plays in the 6-yard box, taken towards the near post, not good enough. Mares hits it. Well, he's a little bit closer than Tommy Granito, but still not close enough.
Yeah, it's, again, one of those, you want that second goal quickly as possible. Didn't get it there, though. We want to let you all know to become a Miami FC season ticket member today. Get tickets to all Miami FC home spring NISA matches for just $5 per game. That's a 50% savings off the single game price. Plus, enjoy season member perks like 20% off Miami FC merchandise and priority on playoff tickets. Secure your membership today. Call 1-844-MIAMI-FC or go to MiamiFC.com.
Yeah, we're on the road next week. We'll be playing the reverse of this fixture up in, is it in Charlotte or sort of in the Charlotte area?
Matthews, North Carolina.
Matthews, North Carolina.
I know a little bit about Matthews, North Carolina, of course, being a Matthew. But yeah, this is suburban Charlotte. They are definitely plugging into the Charlotte soccer community there, but it is in suburban Matthews.
Well, here comes Stumptown trying to make amends here. Binns let's go from distance, and that's going to go wide. And yeah, after next weekend, we welcome Atlanta to Buccaneer Field on I think it's the 6th of October, 2 weeks time. And again, but we know that there's going to be an Eastern Conference final, if you will, for the 3 teams that are still contesting this showcase in the East. And if this result stays the same, it's really going to be a contest of who's going to play Miami FC in the final, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Unless something drastic happens, and there's still time for Stumptown to get back into this game. It's only a 1-goal game. We've got plenty of time left to play.
Miami FC fans are very familiar with the nature of a short season these last couple of years, and understanding kind of how you can build an early advantage and really ride it out. And yeah, you know, Miami FC takes these 6 points off 2 home games here. You know, they're going to have to go on the road and make it stick, but it's exactly where you want to be.
Yes. Well, as the sun's gone down, the wind has died down a little bit, which has made it a little more pleasant for us on the roof of the commentary box here today. Miguel Gonzalez loses the ball, dives in rather rashly, and if it wasn't a card down here, then that one isn't a yellow card either. Even though I believe the head coach for Stumptown is maybe has a different point of view than me.
I'm shocked that he would want a card. But yeah, Lee, you mentioned the weather. It's if you didn't come down to Buccaneer Field tonight and you're watching at home, first off, welcome. But second off, you kind of blew it, because this is about the best spectator weather you could imagine in South Florida, and we're getting it early on. This is December, January type weather.
Right.
It's a really gorgeous evening.
That's a nice looking ball out to the left-hand side. Brian James does well to keep an eye on it, knocks it down for Roseboom. Roseboom flashes a boot at it and gives it back to Stumptown Athletic. Nice little short passing by Stumptown. And he's carried on his run again, just like a heavy touch on the ball. Short free kick, and away comes Jalen Markey. Lloyd Sam. Sorry,
no, of course. Sometimes seems to be having a bit of a tough time with those, like, those really, let's hold on a second here.
Well, I think it's going to be a goal kick.
I think so too. Stumptown has been really good moving the ball around the field, but they've had a really tough time getting that kind of last ball in, the really critical ball to set up across, to set up a real opportunity. They haven't really had it, and without that, it's going to be really hard for them to find the equalizer or get back into this game. They have the potential, we've seen it, but that last ball has really been lacking.
And again, sending the ball long, I mean, the wind has died down a bit, but it's still a bit blustery. There's always a danger that the wind will take the ball. This is a little bit better from Stumptown. Why not go back? The ball doesn't have to always go forward. It's sort of like rule 1 of playing like at a professional level. The other team can't score if you've got the ball. And he does that so well, the number 7 for Stumptown, Tate Robertson. Former player of the Dayton Dutch Lions, now playing with Stumptown Athletic, D3 Pro Soccer. And this is what Stumptown needs to do. Why not just, you know, bide your time, string 10, 15 passes together, get your confidence back, get back into the game. And they do give it away. It comes back to Markey. Markey sends it quickly forward. Well, that's a lovely play. Ends up with Granito. Granito over the top looking for Dylan Mara's a little bit too high. And he's making that exact point.
He is, yes, he was gesturing exactly. Keep it down, let me run a little bit. Yeah, it's a missed opportunity for Miami FC. But yeah, Lee, you mentioned, I think at some point Stumptown is going to maybe have to rejigger their configuration or kind of have a bit of a change of focus, because their best balls seem to be coming out of the back.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's great, but if they could get that kind of passing in the final third, we may be talking about a 1-1 game.
Hector Morales on the ball, and that's a nice little give and go, doesn't quite come off. Had a little chat with Hector when we went out for a beer before the season, and still harbours hopes of that Cuban national team call-up. A little bit of a thorny issue, but he was not one of the players who defected. He came over here like through the proper channels, and the Cuba have recently started calling up players who are based in the USA. But coming forward now is Donald Benamna, running Granito in close attention. He does well to keep possession. Oh, that's going to be a free kick. Yes. I don't think there was too much intent there, but it's definitely a free kick.
Absolutely.
And just to finish that thought on Morales, yeah, Hector Morales still hoping for that Cuban national team call-up, and the performances that he's provided for Miami FC in the centre and midfield when he's been given the chance, I think he'd be a good addition to that.
Yeah,
but,
I agree wholeheartedly.
Time will tell. Time will tell. Maybe if he gets some D3 Pro Soccer under his belt, maybe back in Cuba they'll take a little bit more notice. Well, this is a chance, Matt.
I agree. You know, a good ball in here. Again, we could be talking about an equalizer.
Sergio Campbell, number 4, standing on the penalty spot. He's got Jalen Markey for company.
Dylan Mara is kind of pushing the rest of the team around, getting them set up for this opportunity.
They need a good delivery here. And that's very good delivery. Oh, and it's almost in.
That was lovely. That was a fantastic ball in. That was a shot all the way, tipped away by Mark Pace. A good job out of him. Again, really the first real action he's had in about 30 minutes. You know, getting up, making that save, and forcing the corner. Miami FC again needing to get this ball out.
Another corner kick. Yeah, it was interesting job being Miami FC goalkeeper. You'd usually do more distribution than anything else.
Yes.
But he had that one covered. Corner kick comes in near post, headed away. I think that's Tommy Granito. Stumptown, his bins, rise the challenge from Lance Roseboom. Sent out wide, looking for the number 15 for Stumptown. Nick West sends it near post, and Mark Pace. Well, there we go. He's had nothing to do really for half an hour, and then in quick succession has to be alive for a free kick, and then onto that one smartly. Good goalkeeping by the number 1 for Miami FC.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that doesn't get put on your highlight reel or doesn't go in the game highlights at the end of the day, but a really good job being definitive, making a quick decision, following through with it.
Well, here's a chance for Miami FC coming the other way. Ariel Martinez doing his favorite thing, tormenting defenders, does not win a free kick. Coming back the other way is Stumptown, but it's kind of a 3-on-5. And they're choosing to retain the possession. Berry is making himself available on the right, but I don't think his teammates have seen him, and they're putting the ball out rather sportingly. Stumptown are for the injury to Ariel Martinez.
Lee, really quick, we're going to let you know that we want you to bring your team to see our team in 2019. Save money and enjoy great benefits with a group package to a Miami FC match this season. Groups of 20 or more can get tickets for just $5, and kids 12 and under get in free. Plus, ask our group reps about on-field experiences, including player escorts, fan tunnel, guest ball kids, and more. Call 1-844-MIAMI-FC today. Vamos Miami. We also want to let you know this injury timeout is brought to you by Atlantic Rehab Center, the leader in sports medicine. Visit one of their facilities in Dade or Broward County. Call 305-405-0400 to make an appointment.
Well, a little break in play and a chance for us to take stock of this first half an hour, and 1-0 is probably a fair reflection of the game, but it is a 1-0 game. The Miami FC have been a little better, but Stumptown have not been outclassed here.
Yeah, again, I think with just a few exceptions, Stumptown have been patient. They've been content to build. As I mentioned earlier, they've missed that moment of ingenuity and genius in the final third, but they seem very calm in letting this game play out and not having to rush themselves into doing something rash. Again, the goal that they gave up, that's just Miami FC being a good aggressive team. I don't think there was much there that they could have done. The second opportunity that came right after, that was them being caught off guard, and a lot of other teams, it would be 2-0. They're only down 1. They are still very much in this game.
That's right, Matt. And, you know, when it is 1-0, you get the 1 goal back, and then it's back to, like, you know, all square, and, you know, you're back to where you started, and then you can get back into the game. And this injury has given sort of a little timeout chance for the Stumptown bench to maybe make a few tweaks. But there's been some good performances out there. The defence has held pretty strong in open play. The number 8, Michael Binns, the Jamaican, who is a full international, and he's shown that full international quality. The touches he's had on the ball have been very, very good. And then down this right-hand side, Marcel Berry, the number 23, has been lively. Jalen Brown as well. So there's been little highlights for Stumptown.
Yes.
But a familiar story. You switch off against Miami FC, you tend to get punished, and I think they'll be kicking themselves about that free header. But anyway, we're going to get back underway here shortly. The last 15 minutes of this first half, Dylan Mara's on the centre circle having a little committee meeting with Hector Morales and Lloyd Sam. And it must be great to have a player like Dylan Mara on your team and as your captain.
He's such an involved player, you know, not only in terms of his play when the ball is in play, but working with the rest of his teammates, getting them organized, really doing the business of being a captain. He really encapsulates all of it.
And here is Berry and Brown. A little combination down the right-hand side. And Robertson and Binns in the centre of midfield. Binns again. That's an international quality ball if they can keep it in. And they can. Oh, he's almost done Brian James there, but he might get away with a corner kick. The referee says corner kick. You can sometimes see that, you know, when a player has those international credentials, he just takes the ball down, looks up, and then the next thing is sending the ball spinning over into that left channel. It's like he doesn't even have to think about it.
It's cliche, but you know, work smarter, not harder usually is a solid definition of a solid player. Someone who figures out how to do the hard things easier, and that was definitely an example of that.
Here comes Ariel Martinez. There's space here. Goes behind Dylan Mares, and the chance is gone. And they rode their luck a little bit there, Stumptown, but they come away with possession.
I think that's something that Coach Dalglish might be bringing up at the halftime talk, because that was a solid opportunity for Miami FC. Runners down the left and right-hand side, and Ariel just couldn't get the ball away. But they're hoping to make up for it right now.
Granito looks up. Not a lot of movement in front of him, has to go wide. Comes to Lance Roseboom. Not a lot of tempo in this Miami FC play at the moment, and they've given the ball away. A chance for a counter-attack here. Streaming forward is the number 11, and he's going to get the ball here. Looks up. I just can't find Benamna, and that's good defended by Chino Morales. And now he's going to come back the other way at Stumptown. Oh. Well, those aren't the two players you would expect would make that kind of mistake. Here's Brown. Is he onside? He is onside. He sends the ball in. A first-time shot by Benamna, and it's in the back of the net, and it's the equaliser for Stumptown. And you've got to say, Matt, they probably deserve to be 1-1.
And Lee, you can see what it means for Stumptown. Those players storming off the bench on the other side to go celebrate as a team. That was a miscue from Miami FC. Stumptown pouncing all over it. Acres of space down the right-hand side. That ball going in, and just a weighted, just a beautiful finish. Not smashing it, not lining up and trying to, you know, kill it. Just putting enough touch to beat Mark Pace. Nothing he could do there. He was largely out of goal when Stumptown got that possession. He was halfway up the field. And so it was just catching Miami FC totally off guard, and, you know, game on. It
was a really good finish by Benamna. He's from the Central African Republic, and it was a giveaway, and then they capitalized on it. And just as Miami FC got on the board by Stumptown switching off, Miami FC have shot themselves in the foot, and Stumptown, deservedly, have drawn back level with 10 minutes left in the first half. This wonderful Sunday evening NISA game is 1-1. Here is Miguel Gonzalez. He's been pretty quiet this first half. James to Roseboom. Roseboom looks up. Dylan Mares has a little bit of space. Crowded out quickly. Feeds it to Lloyd Sam. Lloyd Sam in the area. Chips it up. Ooh, and that's a vital intervention by the defender. If he turns around and gives me a jersey number, I'll give him the props he deserves. He doesn't want to cooperate with me. But it was great defending.
Lloyd Sam, a really beautiful ball there. Just missed it by inches.
Oof, and that was close. Yeah, it was the number 5 who was it was on the spot with a good defender there. Gabriel Silva, the Brazilian.
And that was that left foot that we were talking about, the Ariel Martinez special. Again, power, pushing, just so much power through that shot, just not quite on target.
So if you're Stumptown, do you try and get into the locker room at 1-1?
I think that, yes. To put it simply, because as you can see, something like this here could happen. It could be 2-1.
Granito gets it back, and that's a smart stop by McGrain, although the shot was straight at him.
Again, Miami FC, you cannot afford miscues like that, and Stumptown have had 2 and not paid for them yet. So they're a +2 in the miscue column. But yeah, you know, you look at this, you got about 8 minutes left, not counting any added on time. You're hoping to get in 1-1. If opportunity presents itself, you make the most of it. But you just play your game. I think if you're Stumptown, you came in with a game plan, and so far you are hitting every single mark. You play your game. You let the chances fall where they may. You don't make any mistakes.
Matt, do you think it might have been a factor that the second half of the Fury game was comparatively very easy for Miami FC. And I don't want to say that lulls you into a false sense of security, but they've come into a more competitive game here, and maybe that's the factor for Miami FC. They're being challenged.
I think that kind of thought process, Lee, is totally valid, and I think, that was a little bit too close for comfort, I think. I think it probably kicked in even more after they went up 1-0.
Yeah.
Because it was a hard-fought game up to that first goal. And then if you're Miami FC, you think, okay, here we go. They put up their challenge, but we got our goal. We're going to get another one. And then they almost did, almost immediately. And then they didn't. And so now they've got to find that extra gear that they were able to find against Philadelphia in order to take the advantage back from Stumptown. But Stumptown are not looking to give it back.
Well, that was a pass attempted to find Jalen Brown, formerly of the New York Cosmos, now here playing with Stumptown. And having a pretty good evening's work so far.
Familiar name in South Florida soccer. We know plenty about the Cosmos.
You never see those foul throws given. Like, if I was playing on the park and did that throw in, I would be whistled up for it all day long. Smartly done by Roseboom. A little bit of space for Brian James to move in now as the wind whips up a little bit more. And whipping forward is Miguel Gonzalez. He finds Ariel Martinez. Martinez has 4 or 5 players in close attention, and that's sometimes the amount of players you need to stop Ariel Martinez. Absolutely. And it worked. And Drew Yates is going to win a free kick. No, he doesn't. Gets back up, puts a bit of pressure. Here's Lloyd Sam again. Nothing in front of him, has to come inside to Mahrez. Morales gets it back. Short passing, trying to maybe lure the Stumptown players out and pull them out of position, but they stand firm. Here is Brian James. James cuts inside, looking for Gonzalez. It does come to Dylan Mahrez. Shapes to shoot, then goes outside and tries to clip it for Ariel. It took a little deflection. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. It goes out for a goal kick.
Right idea, just not enough time to make it happen. Simple as that. Lee, we do want to let you know, as we head in near, just 5 minutes away from halftime now, that Miami FC heading into this second NISA Showcase match, looking to take that advantage and kind of show dominance against the rest of this league, against this association. I've been really impressed by Stumptown again, a team we mentioned in the pregame, kind of pulling up out of scratch within the last year. To put a squad together with the kind of talent we've seen on the field, former Cosmos players, international players, and it seems to have been strung together really well. Oh,
here's Ariel Martinez, but again he's crowded out by the man with the headband. And Stumptown come away with it again. And Binns will get there, sends it over to Brown. Brown just over him, and it hits our cameraman. And thankfully we do have the production insurance for that lens.
Could get some 3D action if we were on that shot down there, 'cause that was coming right at him.
Patient play again by Miami FC. Here comes Roseboom. Still going. Veteran midfielder. Brian James stands it up, looking for Ariel Martinez. Another good defensive header. And back doing some defensive work. I think that's Brown, is it? Yes, it is.
Lee, the Miami FC would like to thank the doctors at Miami Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute for their support as the official sports medicine provider for the 2019 Miami FC season.
Matt, this has been a really good half of soccer. It's been a pleasure to watch it, and it's setting up a great second half here. This is a competitive game, and Stumptown can get out of here with a point. That's a very good night's work for them. Still a long way to go, though.
Yeah, especially win at home, draw on the road. That's usually a winning recipe for a league competition, and particularly when you look at coming into this game, you would favor Miami FC to get the win at home. Like you said, even a draw for them, you always want to go for 3 points. You always want to go for the win. But right now, I'm very happy if I'm Stumptown. I'm very happy with the result. I'm competing solidly with this team, this high-quality team that knows how to win, and I'm holding serve. It's a pretty impressive show.
Yeah, not many teams come to the book and escape with anything other than a loss and a few bruises. But here we go. Morales to Martinez, and that's another great intervention. And he plays the ball up. Goal scorer Benhamna, great determination. Hasn't got a lot in the way of support, and they work the ball out well, Stumptown. This is great to see, both sides playing good soccer.
I think the passing percentages for both teams have to be really high tonight. That last couple of minutes of Miami FC possession, that seemed to be them going back to the old school of the just kind of knocking around, look for space, and make the most of it.
This is maybe a last chance for Stumptown. Binns with another quality ball there, a little bit too long. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. Brian James had it covered. And the nice little spell of possession from Stumptown gets away from them. And maybe one more chance for Miami FC to get a second goal on the board before half-time. Paul Dalglish right on the edge of the touchline. Hand on his chin, having a good little think about how he's going to respond to this. Stumptown just need to keep doing what they're doing. I don't know what that is from Rose, but well, actually Miguel Gonzalez is lurking there. But again, the impressive Gabriel Silva deals with that. And there goes Ariel Martinez, still going. And who's there again? It's Silva there with the great defending. Still a chance for Miami FC. And the cross just goes into a defender. Ariel Martinez still has Brian James there. Here's Roseboom. Roseboom with a little cheeky dink ball up and a great diving header out by Marcel Berry. Here's Granito. Turning the screw, Miami FC. Dylan Mares. And I think he hit the post there.
Point blank save. Oh no, you're right. Lee did hit the post. That's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, I think McGrain had it covered, but a little warning before the half-time whistle for Stumptown. Not too much of an idea how much we're going to get added on here. We did have an injury.
Yes. The Miami FC would like to thank tonight's community leader, Four Seasons Travel Services. Community leaders donate to help the Miami FC provide tickets to other organizations that work tirelessly to improve our city. To register your company as a Miami FC community leader, call 1-844-MIAMI-FC.
Well, you might have heard it over the PA, but 2 minutes of added time on here, of which we've had about 25 seconds. Well, actually, the clock on the scoreboard has stopped, which ain't going to help us. But yeah, I think both these teams will be looking to get back into the locker room and have a little discussion about how they can tackle this second half. Lloyd Sam under a little bit of pressure by his opposite number, Jalen Brown, and he does superbly well.
That's the calm, cool, and collected nature of a veteran right there.
He put a little bit of quality on that and served it up for someone's supper. Oh, that's wonderfully read by Silva, and a chance for Stumptown to come the other way. He runs into Brian James, and that's gone out. Well, we have a little bit, maybe a minute left in this first half. And again, a really entertaining encounter here at Buccaneer Field at Barry University, Miami Shores in South Florida. Bit of a trip for Stumptown, but they're handling it quite well at the moment. Here's Morales. Miguel Gonzalez. No, sorry, that's Dylan Mares, beg your pardon. And if they're going to have one more attempt, they need to sort of cycle this ball forward quite quickly. Ariel sends it out for Brian James. Not a lot of options forward. Here's Shane Markey.
Not a lot of pressure on the ball from Stumptown, and Miami FC not doing too much of an aggressive move towards goal. I think this is both teams kind of conceding and saying, let's go back to the locker room. Let's see what we can draw up for the second half.
Nice little move there by Binns at the end of the half just to snuff that out, and it is half-time here at Buccaneer Field at Barry University. And after a really entertaining first half, it's Miami FC 1, Stumptown 1. I don't know if I expected 1-1 at half-time. Maybe a narrow Miami FC lead, but Stumptown have been good value for this, Matt.
They absolutely have. I think once you saw that first 10 minutes, of play, and then the second 10 minutes where after the goal, they don't collapse immediately, they don't give up a second goal. You had to think that they were going to at least get one goal out of this match. You didn't know it was going to come right after the Miami FC goal, but lo and behold, we've got a 1-1 game. It's all squared up, and this has been probably the most competitive, the most interesting match we've seen at Buccaneer Field in a long time. Miami FC gives a lot of entertainment to the home fans because they fire off the fireworks with the offense, but this is if you're a neutral, this is a match you'd love to see.
Yeah, definitely. Well, take a 15-minute break, everyone. Refill your drinks, grab yourself a sandwich, and join me and Matt back here in 15 minutes for the second half of this game between Miami FC and Stumptown Athletic.
We'll see you on the other side.
It's currently Miami FC 1, Stumptown Athletic 1. Alongside me is Matthew Bunch. Matt, we had a good chat about how the first half went. What do you think Stumptown needs to do in the second half?
I think honestly it can really be more of the same. You know, it's just little bits of tinkering. A quick start here on the free kick. Miami FC looking to press forward and get a second goal early here, but Stumptown has been solid in defense. They've been passing the ball well. They have not been scared. They've not played scared. They took a punch and they popped back up. And I think honestly their game plan here could see them with a point or taking away all three.
Miami FC, change anything or will the goals come?
I think if you're Miami FC, I think you want to try to maybe press a bit higher on Stumptown here, make them think a little bit more, don't let them get comfortable in their passing. But again, there's really neither team has anything you look at and point at and say, oh, you've really screwed this up. It's just been a really good match. It
has been a pretty good match, and 1 minute now into the second half, and Stumptown getting a nice little feel of the ball. Stumptown in the white jerseys. Shooting from a right to left as you look at it on the screen. Miami FC, the orange and blue, going from left to right. And again, yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, 5 shots Miami, 2 shots Stumptown, a save each. Corner kicks, pretty similar. Fouls, not many, been a pretty clean game. It's a really intriguing second half in the offing here. Touch there for the goalkeeper, McGrain.
If you're looking for something for, you know, Stumptown to take a little bit of solace in, like, oh, maybe we can go win this thing, it has been free kicks and corner kicks that have been the bread and butter of what Miami FC have been able to put together. Open play, it's been very difficult for them to generate opportunities. Stumptown has been a little bit more open in open play.
Well, here is West for Stumptown. Oh, he's offside. Not too far away with the shot on goal. Here is the goal scorer for Miami, Brenton Griffiths. Short free kick to Lance Roseboom. Doesn't look like any substitutions for either team. No, we have none in the group chat, so there's no substitutions as we were. I think Matt, that speaks volumes about the game. Like you say, I think both teams pretty much choosing to maybe get to the hour mark, playing as they're playing, and see what happens.
Dance with what brung you.
Here comes Brian James, 1-2 with Miguel Gonzalez, and that's going to be a free kick.
Ariel Martinez is going to set it up. We'll have to wonder if he's going to take it or if it's going to be a quick one, or a lot of options here for Miami.
I mean, I was about to say surely he's not going to go from goal for here, but with Ariel, you never know, do you? Dylan is coming over now as well. It looks like he's going to stand this one up to the penalty spot or the back post. McGrain setting his 2-man wall. Referee's had a good grip of this game so far. I think he's a local ref. Seen him around about some of the other games here, and he's doing a good job today.
Clear
good reffing crew.
Clear and definitive on all his actions.
Here is Martinez. Floats it in towards the back post. And a good defensive header there. And the ball is still loose in the box, almost comes to Miguel Gonzalez. And ultimately Stumptown get it away. But it's Ariel Martinez who sweeps it back to James. And he goes all the way back to Mark Pace in the Miami goal. We have moved commentary position. We were in the commentary box before, we've now gone on the roof. We can sort of hear a little bit more about what the players are shouting at each other, which is interesting.
Yeah, it kind of brings the game to life, being able to really take it all in, you know, not being behind windows and walls. It's just fresh air and breeze and soccer, which is pretty lovely.
What's the point in living in Miami if you're not going to commentate outside? Here is the Magic City Mago. Ariel Martinez slips the ball for Lance Roseboom, and that is very good defending by Gabriel Silva to just push Lance Roseboom out the way enough without giving away the free kick. Good defending.
Silva, you mentioned, Lee, in the first half, that right-hand side has been a dead zone for Miami FC in attack, and it's largely been because of Silva. Again, like you just said, doing enough to place his body in a way where there's no real way to let that attack continue. That's just smart defensive play right there, plain and simple.
Again, they haven't really had any defensive lapses. I mean, you can talk about the corner. You know, that was just a good delivery and a great header from Brenton Griffiths. They've done the basics very, very well.
And sometimes that's all you need. Do the basics well, and opportunities follow. They had their opportunity, they cashed in on it, and they're hoping another one comes their way soon.
Great header by West down into Benamna. West gets it back. He's got an on-rusher there, and that's a last-ditch block by Markey. And might it go for a corner, or is that going to be a goal kick? It's going to be a goal kick, and a little flash of half a chance for Stumptown Athletic there. West and Benamna almost combining to create an opportunity. Lloyd Sam over on the left-hand side. Gets the ball back. Captain Dilamares. Captain Fantastic. Plays the ball simple to Brenton Griffiths. Brian James is in quite a lot of room down the right-hand side. Roseboom got options ahead of him. Wants to go all the way himself. Still going. Lance Roseboom tries to cut it inside. And Granito mops it up. It comes to Brian James. Stumptown get back into position very, very well. Granito's just got nothing he can do. He has to go sideways. But here is a chance for Dylan Mares, and that's good defending. I think that's the number 3 over on that side, Gamero de Silva. Oh no, sorry, that's the number 23, Marcel Berry. Should begin with some defending.
On Lee, Binns, who's been a really key part of making this all work for Stumptown tonight. Moving around a little bit gingerly after a bit of a collision. We'll see if that'll hold up and continue to be a problem, or if this is just a momentary issue.
Vamos Miami rising into the sky from Dade Brigade. Corner rising into the sky and almost into the back of the net. Wind assisted from that side, but it will be a goal kick for McGrain to take in the Stumptown goal.
That really seems to be a factor in all the corners tonight, is that strong driving wind that, for reference viewer, would be coming into your face. It's coming from the far side of the field to the near side, and a lot of corners have been impacted by that. We've seen 2 attempts there now at Olympicos almost, you know, the corner coming from Miami FC, the low driver, it has been a factor.
McGrain does well, good feet there. Israel Richardo to West. And here is Binns. Takes his time on the ball and sends it out wide. Numbers forward here for Stumptown, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forward. Binns with another sweeping ball across, looking for Richardo down the left-hand side. Plenty of room if he can send a good ball in. Well, that is a pretty good ball, but Lloyd Sam is there at the back post under a little pressure, hacks it away.
Lee, we want to let you know before play resumes here that the Miami FC Youth Academy tryouts are coming soon. Open to all kids ages 4 to 17. This is your chance to join the official Miami FC Youth Academy and develop your skills while learning the game from top-level coaches in the area. Go to miamifc.com or call 1-844-MIAMI-FC for additional information on the 2019 tryouts. Vamos Miami. Stumptown now holding possession. This has been really their bread and butter, their recipe for success so far. Holding it kind of near that midfield circle and looking around for good opportunities down the field. Doesn't appear for them. They're Miami FC now on the counter.
Well, a little counter for Miami FC here, and Lloyd Sam going down the left-hand side. And here is Jalen Markey. Again, they're standing off them a little bit, and that's a nice little turn by Brian James. He has Roseboom for company. Lance Roseboom on the ball now. Not a lot of options in the penalty area. Choosing to work this ball slowly. Brian James comes back to Granito on the edge of the area. And he has to go all the way back to Jalen Markey. And FC will have another go at this. Griffiths, more direct. But that ball, they're defending very well on the edge of the area. And, well, it's a hammered clearance. And that'll take the pressure off for a little bit. Here is Thomas Granito. Oh, Morales, well, was that a foul? No, the referee says he got the ball.
Close, borderline. Granito again here taking a shot wide. It's going to be a foul called. We're going to see if there's another talking to or if that card's going to come out of the pocket. There it is, the first card of the evening. That'll go towards Stumptown Athletic. That'll be called on the number 9. We still have an injured player down the field. That is Granito, who took the shot. It was a wide effort, but again, fouled in the middle of it. Likely didn't help matters. So Miami FC will be lining up a free kick. Here we are 55 minutes into this match in the second half. Miami FC and Stumptown Athletic tied at 1-1. Again, a yellow card issued. Stumptown Athletic, the first card of the game.
Donald Banana in the 55th minute.
So 55 minutes in, Miami FC looking to take advantage of this opportunity. Their first goal came off a corner kick. The set pieces have always been a strong suit for this squad, but Stumptown Athletic in this fight, a 1-1 even-tied match. You got 3 players standing over this ball for Miami FC. Ariel Martinez lined up looking to take the shot with the left hand. Tomas Granito still looking a little limpy out there behind the ball. See who decides to take it. It will be Ariel Martinez curving in, and a save. That was a beautiful save to keep this a 1-1 match. Stumptown Athletics still in. McGrain, great job there between the pipes for Stumptown all night long, really. That card, just in case you weren't sure, is on Donald Benamna. First card of the match for either team. Miami FC lining up a corner on the far side of the field. Both hands go up. Here comes the service into the middle of the box. Banging around, McGrain grabs it, and away goes the threat. But we do have an injured player down in the box for Stumptown. That's going to be Tate Robertson. He's going to be down. Referee going to take a look at him, waiting to see if the medical crew will come out and take a look at him, or he just needs to do a bit of a jog off.
Well, we are approaching that hour mark now, Matt. Do you think Port Dalglish needs to shuffle his pack a little?
I think a little bit more dynamism. I don't know if that's the right word or a word at all, but a little bit more of a dynamic attack up front might help. You have a Dario Suarez sitting there on the bench. I think the kind of player that might throw a little bit of electricity into the match that we might not have seen before.
Mo Chow?
Mo Chow, another interesting opportunity. Didn't get the start tonight, so he should be ready to go unless he's dealing with an injury, which we're not aware of.
You've got the binoculars, Matt. Who's warming up down there? There's a couple of Miami FC players warming up. It looks like Mo and.
Yeah, I definitely see a shock of bright hair. That's Dario Suarez for sure.
Was that Harrison Heath?
Let's see. We got a number 9 and a number 92. We know we got Dario Suarez.
Is he dyed his hair?
Yes, yes. A bright,
that's what threw you.
Platinum blonde there for Dario. Again, talking about electricity. He's looking to bring that kind of color to the game that we haven't seen.
Ariel Martinez to Dylan Maras. Maras goes for distance, and it flashes just wide. I think McGrain had it covered, and he may even have got a fingertip on it, and it will be a corner kick for Miami FC.
McGrain doing a really impressive job. Again, the second game in a row, the goalkeepers have really raised their game. We know Philly gave up 8, but that was largely due to their back line. Their goalkeeper was doing as much as they could to keep it out. McGrain here tonight has just been doing everything. That's going to be offside.
That's a silly mistake to make. And a little let off there for Stumptown. Takes the pressure off them.
And Lee, it is Mo Chow and Dario Suarez down there on the far left corner.
Confirmation.
Those green pennies getting warmed up, going through the paces, getting the muscles stretched. We might see them in a few minutes.
So that would be probably a change to the attacking shape. Don't want to guess about what the changes might be, but the changes are coming. There's a couple of Stumptown players going through a very relaxed warm-up down on the Stumptown touchline as McGrain sucks a bit of time out of the clock. And the ball knuckles down, but if it's going to go down to anyone, it may as well be Michael Binns. Ball forward. Griffiths confidently deals with it. Doesn't rush his pass. Granito, great strength. Ariel has space. Oh, and he picked the wrong ball. And again, Stumptown choosing to take the gears down a little bit, take the tempo down a little bit, play the game on their terms. Lloyd Sam has some defending to do. Player goes over, referee has a look. Linesman's flag stays down, and it will be a goal kick.
Lee, we want to let you know that you don't ever have to be without your Miami FC. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Miami FC. Join the conversation, get access to exclusive offers and promotions, and be the first to know all of the latest news and information. Follow your Miami FC now.
And that'll be a free kick for Stumptown. Granito goes a little bit hard on Bins.
I don't think Paul Dalglish will mind that kind of physical play. It got called a foul, but that's you know, again, trying to make something happen, trying to make a play happen where potentially you have a great turnover opportunity.
Well, Stumptown have done all right in the second half, and here is a chance. They're in the final third here. Takes on his man over there and ghosts past him. They're in the area, and they want a penalty, and they won't get it.
Lee, I think that was the right call. I think that was good, solid goalkeeping. But man, what a gear that the far player had for Stumptown Athletic. What an amazing run there into the box. Well,
that'll be a free kick. Well, on points, you might give this first part of the second half to Stumptown here. Miami FC, this is not a position that they've been in too often, but the game is possibly slipping away from them a little bit, certainly if they want to get all 3 points, and there are decisions to be made.
You know, I think it's less that the game is slipping away and more that Stumptown is reaching up and grabbing it.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything to point at where Miami FC are not doing at least a good job. You know, they're getting opportunities on goal, they're getting set pieces, they're creating chances, but Stumptown is answering the bell. McGrain in goal is answering the bell, and Stumptown is creating their own chances. They have been asked over and over and over again to match the level of play that Miami FC can put together, and every single time they've managed to make it happen.
Oh, they almost gave the ball away there. Great recovery by Berry over there on the right-hand side. McGrain tries the pass forward, and he does find West.
That was a lovely job to bring that ball down and control it from West.
And Richardo is moving forward, gets that ball down at the second opportunity, has Brian James for close attention, comes back to Bins. Bins, well, I think that probably was a shot on goal, but it barely even makes it out of play.
Just a bit outside. Just a little bit outside from Bins. If there had been a runner down the right-hand side, it would have met up right with them, but unfortunately no one was there.
Well, you can see that Stumptown were good value for that 3-1 win they got against Atlanta in their last game. And if they can hang on to this, then they will be unbeaten in this NISA campaign. But there's some space here for Brian James to move into down the right-hand side. Miguel Gonzalez was in the area. And that is more cracking defending by Gabriel Silva in the centre of the defence just to cut that out. Give away the corner, and it's better to give away the corner than to let someone like Miguel Gonzalez get a free shot in the area.
Richardo Israel, they're caught a little bit out. Is some bad positioning that let Brian James have some space down the right-hand side. But Silva, again, confidently going to ground, knocking that ball out of play. He's putting together a really nice highlight reel just tonight.
Corner kick from Martinez. Ooh, I think it was Morales who was almost underneath it. And it will come for an effort from the edge of the area, and it's gone through the goalkeeper McGrain, and it's in the back of the net. They want an offside flag. The referee's checking with his linesman. The referee is going over to his linesman.
Hold all tickets.
So we're going to hold the roll a little bit here.
All tickets. There is a conversation going on.
And it's no goal. It's going to be a free kick. Well, they had the ball in the back of the net, and, well, it looks like it might be Stumptown's lucky night.
That looked to be good to go. I'm assuming the side official there saw some interference maybe with the referee, someone in an offside position that would have affected the goalkeeper's play.
Well, the flag never went up, which leads me to believe that maybe it was a little push or shove or trip or something like that,
Perhaps.
but we'll never know for sure. But anyway, 1-1, 64 minutes on the clock. Miami FC, Stumptown Athletic, National Independent Soccer Association action. Can one of these teams find a second goal?
Lee, it looks like we have 2 subs coming in for Stumptown Athletic. We can't confirm the goal was called off for interference. That's the official call on the far side of the field here. Some interference there affecting the goalkeeper's ability to make the play. And we're going to have those subs for you in just a second. Looks like Miami FC will have some subs as well.
A double change for both teams, and it's Morales and Gonzalez who are heading off for FC.
It is Mo Chow and Dario Suarez both a double switch coming on.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what this means. There might be a little change of shape. I think it's West going off for Stumptown. We'll get confirmation on those Stumptown. Yeah, West is trotting off. And the LED board wasn't totally clear about who was coming on. And I don't think his LED board is working, or my eyes are broken. Yeah. But we'll get some confirmation on those Stumptown substitutes in a second for you. And if, well, coming on is number 16, Lamin Suma from Sierra Leone.
It also looked like Angel Josue España coming on for Stumptown. I could be wrong. I will double check that, but that was the number I saw on the tiny number on the shorts. So we'll have to confirm.
Getting a little feisty this game now. It's not always a bad thing. And Mark Pace will take this free kick. Spreads it across his penalty area, and Markey will take control of it.
And yeah, we definitely do have the number 14 for Stumptown Athletic, Angel España, on the field. So that is your other Stumptown Athletic substitute. Local
link with that boy. Well, certainly not. Well, kind of, sort of local. He formerly played with Sima Aguilas up in the Orlando area in the PDL.
I'd go with it.
So we'll know this part of the world quite well.
Substitutions in the 65th minute from IBMC. In number 9, Mohamed Chan replaces number 25, Hector Morales.
Sorry, go ahead.
We were both waiting for each other, and then both decided to jump in at the same time.
Here's Lloyd Sam. That's a good-looking ball, cut out well. Ben Amner is competing well for that ball, and he drifts past Brenton Griffiths. It's a 3-on-3, is it?
Look at this run.
Well, the substitute, I think this is, will get there. This is España. He's got a little bit of room, takes a little deflection. Roseboom's got someone on over his shoulder, and Ariel Martinez has his shirt pulled, gets pulled back. Referee says, play on. Lloyd Sam playing it into the channel for Mo Chow. And that man, Silva, does very well to deny Chow space. And here is España again, already a couple of touches for the substitute. Jalen Brown sends it back, and more good possession for Stumptown Athletic. Talk to me about the subs warming up, Matt.
I will get back to you in just a second.
Okay, here comes Lloyd Sam. He's trying to get something going. Advantage played. Tommy Granito to Dylan Mares. Miami FC probably starting to think the 1-1 has gone on long enough. Want to get a second goal on the board. Need to be careful. Watch the counter-attack from Stumptown. Dylan Mares trying to wriggle free from some attention there, and just not on the same wavelength as Brian James, and it will go harmlessly out.
Marco Franco is getting in some back and forth down there on the far-hand side now.
Is that Sean Chin with him?
I believe so. Again, he's just starting to jog now. I'll be able to get you that number in a second, but it does look like Sean Chin. Yes, sir. Sean Chin, Marco Franco warming up far side.
Towering header from Roseboom. Martinez will get the ball. Can't keep it in play. Frustration just creeping into the Miami FC game.
Probably hear that. That was a pretty loud moment of frustration there. And look at him getting it right back. Good for Ariel. Jumping right back in and making up for the mistake.
Well, is that a free kick? It has to be.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was an easy one. That's an off-the-ball foul, but that's clearly impeding Lloyd Sam's ability to get into the box. Referee, that's an easy whistle. Miami FC with another free kick opportunity. This has been when they've been at their deadliest so far tonight, off the free kicks and the corner kicks. So
it's kind of uncharted territory for Miami FC right now. 1-1 with 20 minutes remaining in the game. So it's not this group of players haven't really been in this situation that much. You know, they did sort of roll through the NPSL. So they will need to keep their wits about them to get in this game. Ariel Martinez with the free kick. That's a good delivery, and it's in the back of the net. I don't know if Dario got a touch on it. It looks like he's claiming it. He's the sort of player who will definitely claim it, even if he got one of those newly dyed hairs on it. And it is now Miami FC 2, Stumptown Athletic 1. And just when we were thinking maybe Miami FC might start to get a little frustrated, they've come back and put a second goal on the board, and that'll ease the nerves around Buccaneer Field a little bit, Matthew Bunch.
Yes, they're going to, Dario Suarez is going to make those sideline officials take the goal away from him. It does appear they're going to rule it Martinez from the free kick.
Oh, wow.
That's the preliminary decision. We'll see if that gets amended if anyone looks over replay. But that was, again, Miami FC at their deadliest. When you give them a free kick or a goal kick up, a corner kick opportunity, they love to get in and make you sweat, and that's exactly what that was. That was Stumptown sweating. That was Stumptown unable to respond to a beautiful service into the box, and that's Miami FC grabbing this lead, and now it's 20 minutes for Stumptown to salvage a really good effort, but it could be all for naught.
Well, now Stumptown have to respond. I mean, the game has probably favoured the scoreline, certainly has favoured them for most of this game. But now they are one goal behind, and if they want to keep that unbeaten run going that they started off in Atlanta, I think they were playing in Atlanta, maybe they played in Stumptown. I can't quite remember. But they're going to have to get a goal to get back into this game.
They did play in Atlanta. Stumptown have had 2 road games to start
there we go.
Showcase season.
Well, you can see that goal has given Martinez a little boost. I think maybe there might be a further discussion in the locker room, because Dario Suarez will be like, I can assure you I got a little bit of my forehead on that ball.
We don't want a Harry Kane situation. I'm swearing on someone's daughter's life that he scored it. Well, we'll take a look back over the video afterwards and see if there's any amending necessary. But, Ariel, with that frustration, it matters to him. He cares about this team. Not to say that no one else does, but as we talked about, he's kind of the face of this team. Represents a lot of what everyone looks to when they think of Miami FC. And his passion is one of his, signature attributes. He is a fun, excitable player. And to see him be able to tuck one away like that has to mean a lot for him and the squad.
Well, great skill by Benamna there. And Suma has the ball. And he wastes it, sends it straight to Dylan Mahrez. And he competes well. And will win a free kick too. Well, both teams can still make changes. Obviously, the changes for Miami FC have had a positive effect. Dario getting in the mix there was a factor in that goal going in. Harsh on McGrain, who's done very well in the Stumptown goal. Brenton Griffiths in the centre of defence. The other goal scorer for Miami FC today. Here is Super Dario Suarez. Oh, and he almost got it past Sergio Campbell at the back there. Campbell did very well. 73rd minute we're moving into now.
Lee, we want to let fans know that they can gear up for the season at the official online team store of your Miami FC. Purchase home and away team jerseys, t-shirts, caps, scarves, and a variety of styles and options for men, women, and children. Just go to store.miamifc.com. That's store.miamifc.com.
Advantage played here. Stumptown. Suma is in around the back. Well, they've had the advantage and they will get a corner kick. There's a player down injured as well. And it's the goal scorer for Stumptown, Benamna, who took a little bit of a hockey body check. But good, again, great refereeing to play the advantage. Didn't come to anything, but they do have a corner kick, Stumptown Athletic. There is still time for them to put the cat amongst the pigeons here at Buccaneer Field. Short corner is an option. Plenty of players in the penalty box.
That was Lamin Suma with the run.
And that is dealt with well by Brenton Griffiths. And then Roseboom at the second opportunity sends it all the way downfield to Marcel Berry. Berry, not a great... Ooh. Well, he had to get that one right, and Binns is furious with Berry for that one. Oh, and that's an elbow into Dario Suarez. It's going to be a card. Now, let's see what colour this card is going to be. It's a yellow card, and I think he did a good job of selling that as a yellow rather than a red. I think that's the best way I can put it. But then it happened so quickly. I mean, you put your arm out just to like shield the ball, and yeah, let's give Binns the benefit of the doubt there. He's a quality player. I don't think there was any intent to injure or hurt the other player. but it was definitely a free kick, and I think definitely a yellow card.
Absolutely, yeah. Michael Binns, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt, but you do wonder if a bit of frustration might be bubbling up for a team that has really deserved their spot in this game tonight to be trailing 2-1. Might that frustration kind of come to a head in the last 15? We'll have to wait to see.
We were at the perfect angle there for that pass from Tommy Granito. He sort of spooned it, like put bend on it, daisy cutting across the floor. It was a wonderful little ball. Quality player, Tommy Granito. And a little bit more self-confidence about Miami FC now. They're leading 2-1. Griffiths to Markey. And out to Brian James. And I think this is very much like, well, if you want the ball, you're going to have to come and get it.
And you can see Binge gesturing, hey, come up, come up, come up. We need to press up on these guys, because otherwise they're just going to pass it around for 20 minutes and the game will be over.
It's so hard. It's so hard. You've got to tread that line between standing off and putting too much pressure on. Short pass from Granito. Gets it back. And it's, I think we might be getting the Olays out any second now with this sequence of passing by Miami FC. A little bit of space though for Lloyd Sam. Again, he's in no hurry. Goes back to Roseboom. Roseboom makes a run forward. And he's found by Lloyd Sam. Needs a good cross here from Lance. Stands it up towards the back post. Oh, and I think McGrain maybe just about got enough. And Dario Suarez gives away the free kick. Good goalkeeping there from McGrain.
Looks like we're going to have one substitute for Stumptown, and there might be a couple more coming for Miami FC. See, it'll be the number 11 off, the number 10 on for Stumptown Athletic. So that'll be Anthony Grant coming on and replacing Jalen Brown. Brown, who really had a sharp first half, a little bit more quiet in the second half, but overall a pretty solid game.
Lloyd Sam is going off for Miami FC, and I think one of the players coming in, well, we know who's coming in, it's going to be Sean Chin and Marco Franco, and it is Ariel Martinez taking a breather, and Lloyd Sam heading off the field as well.
So goal scorer Ariel Martinez putting in a nice 75, 77-minute shift for Miami FC, getting the goal, contributing, and now it'll be up to Marco Franco and Sean Chin to see this 2-1 victory out. Again,
you know, we're in a different situation for Miami FC here, where maybe they need to make sure that they see this 2-1 win all the way home, and bringing in Chin and Franco maybe changes the mindset a little more defensive. Here is Sean Chin. Well, that's not a bad looking header, but well, guess who's clearing up there? It's Michael Binns, and a nervy clearance from McGrain.
You know, Lee, you mentioned the idea of a defensive mindset. It's been a long time since Miami FC has been in a match at 77 minutes in, and the concern has been defensive mindset. Usually the concern is, how can we get other guys on the board? How can we up our goal, you know, our goal totals? This is going to be a real professional job that's required to see out this 2-1 victory.
Well, there's still another 12 minutes plus any extras added on. And with a one-goal game, anything can happen.
We want you to let you know that we want you to become a Miami FC season member today. Get tickets to all Miami FC home spring NISA matches for just $5 per game. That's a 50% savings off the single game price. Plus, enjoy season member perks like 20% off Miami FC merchandise and priority on playoff tickets. Great
header by Markey, but no pace on it. And it goes straight to McGrain.
If you're interested in your season membership today, call 1-844-MIAMI-FC or go to MiamiFC.com.
Here's a little bit of room for Tate Robertson. Gets the ball back. Oh, nice little move, but he shows too much, and here is Mo Chow. Mo Chow has Dario Suarez with him, and it'll be offside anyway.
Yeah, it was a little bit too much business by Tate Robertson there, trying to do everything on his own. Stumptown has succeeded tonight when they have been a total team, working together, passing the ball around. It has not been one player, you know, kind of making something out of nothing. It's going to be the whole team rising or the whole team falling.
They just need to stay calm here, Stumptown. And this is a nice little platform. Just build it out from the back. No need to take too many risks. Espana in the centre of midfield. And Robertson sends it out wide. And Dario gets the ball, and that'll be a throw-in for Stumptown. Well, he tries to find a bit of room with a little bit of skill. Great challenge, I think that was from Granito. Dylan Maris takes over, goes back to his defence. Griffiths goes long. Here's Sean Chin, just dropped off the shoulder of Ricciardo. Chin still going, Chin into the area. Sean Chin squares it for Mo Chow. What a block on the line! What an incredible piece of defending. I think that was Silver again. And Dylan Maris has a go, a deflection, and a save by McGrain. Well, Stumptown are really trying to make sure they stay in this game. Great goalkeeping, great defending.
That was Sean Chin, great teammate. Because Sean Chin himself had a great look at goal, but decided to pass it off and made probably the right move there. Sometimes you can be too selfless, but this wasn't it. That was the right pass, but just an excellent effort by the keeper to keep that ball out. A second opportunity, again parried away. A really solid showing tonight from Stumptown on the back line. Yeah,
I think Silver it was with the goal line clearance. Don't think he knew too much about it, but hey, as long as you're on the goal line, you're doing your job. Corner kick driven in low. Ooh, Dario almost got there. Granito has a little go at it. It will come back out to Sean Chin. Chin, it takes a deflection. Roseboom is there, but it's a chance for Stumptown to take a bit of pressure off. A touch for Franco. Roseboom on the ball again. Dario Suarez takes over. Sean Chin. And he goes to the man in space, which is Brian James. Granito. Dario trying to get free on the right-hand side, and Roseboom does find him. Dario Suarez sends the ball low and hard, and Chow was sniffing for it. But again, more quality defending by the Stumptowners.
Miami FC really asking more questions than really at any point in this game. They are applying maximum pressure. Those substitutes have come on and changed the tempo. Miami FC looking to get a third in here and really put this game away.
Short corner. This is Dylan Maris. Gets back to Dario Suarez when he spoons it. And Jalen Markey has to get his wheels out and try and cover Benamna. Benamna cuts it back for Berry. Berry still on the ball. Uses his strength well and will get a throw-in. Spaniard drops to give him an option, but I think he's going to have to go up the line. And well, it goes back to McGrain in the goal. Not a bad decision, that. Silva, what a game he's had.
Very solid. Can't ask for more.
And again on the ball. Very confident. Plays it across to Sergio Campbell. Campbell to Binns. Back to Silva. Well, they do need a goal here, but this is a good spell of possession for Stumptown. Again, there's still a little bit of time to find that equaliser.
Each point tonight when they've been really pressed by Miami FC, it seems that they have been able to calm it down, move the ball around in an organized manner, and kind of recompose themselves. They're going to have to do that at least one more time because they got maybe 10 minutes left to try to find a second. Two more substitutes coming in for Stumptown.
Oh, we have some fireworks off in the distance. I'm not sure what that's about. Could do with one last explosion of fireworks on the pitch. A third goal for Miami FC would really put this game to bed. An equaliser for Stumptown would be quite fantastic for them and would almost surely give them a point to take away from the 305.
So those two subs coming on for Stumptown Athletic are number 3, João Gomiero da Silva, and number 6, Jared Odenbeck. Jared Odenbeck, the number 6.
Well, the last throw of the dice for Stumptown. Here's this Spaniard. We'll come to Israel Ricciardo. Joao Silva. Back to Gabriel Silva. Campbell with a long ball. And Brenton Griffiths and Roseboom will get it out. A nice little spell of possession here by Stumptown. 5 minutes left of normal time. Franco will deal with that one. And I think, ooh, yes, Silva. The number 3 did well to deny Chow a little opportunity to take that ball forward. Another long ball forward there that Brenton Griffiths has cut out with Anthony Grant lurking over his shoulder. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
No, you go ahead, Lee.
I think Miami FC just needs to keep their concentration here. I think when they don't have the ball and Stumptown has possession, they just need to keep their concentration, drop back, and make sure they don't get opened up.
They have not been fully beaten a lot tonight. For as much as we've been praising Stumptown, and that'll be a foul, and they'll get an opportunity here. As much as we've been praising Stumptown, it's not as though they've been peppering Mark Pace. It's not as though there have been all these opportunities on goal. And so, all this passing is lovely, but now we're really in crunch time. Stumptown have got to make it happen or go home sad. And Miami FC, I think, are going to be up to the challenge to whatever Stumptown brings, they should be able to bring back and kind of repel that attacking effort from Stumptown.
Well, this is a chance from a set piece to maybe tie this game back up.
That wind starting to whip a little bit more, similar to what we had seen earlier tonight. Maybe that'll wind up being a factor.
It's been changeable conditions, and of course this wind could cause a bit of confusion in the penalty area. I think Binns would do well to hit the target from here, but he has gone for it, and I think he might regret that decision.
I think so too. I think that would be a pretty fair assumption. Lee, the point I was going to make, my sillier point, was I think we missed an opportunity for marketing and for grabbing attention. You've got Diego and Gabriel Silva on Stumptown.
Yeah.
And you've got, of course, Miami FC owner.
Oh, yes. Ricardo Silva.
Silva's here. How did we not bring this to the fore earlier on? That's on us. We'll do better next time, everyone. But, the battle of the Silvas. What is this?
Well, I think, is he going to have a word with Pace for time wasting here? That was, I think he's made his point, and I think that's what he was trying to do. And I think it was like, let's hurry it up. And Pace will send it long. Great kick by the big number 1. And Espana to Joao Silva. Great intervention by Franco, and again. Stumptown. Time is now running out for them. Campbell sends it forward to Binns. That's Berry over on the far side, trying to find a little bit of room. Oh, and Roseboom has to clear, and now a chance to counter through Dylan Mares. He's got Dario Suarez in support. Dario Suarez off to the races down the left-hand side. There's a block there, but Chow has the ball, and Chow takes the sting out of it, sends it back to James, and it will go right across the defence, will it? No, Markey has to go forward. Well, he's given it to McGrain.
A tale of two different styles of play from two different Miami FC players there. Dario Suarez wants to run through you. So much energy, so much forward direction. Mo Chow getting that ball and saying, "Hey, let's slow this thing down a little bit here. We got maybe 5 more minutes. We don't need to be hero. We just need to make the right play."
Confident goalkeeping by Mark Pace, and he'll get the free kick for that as well. But that's what you want your goalkeeper to do. Rose like a salmon into the night sky and to pluck that ball out of the air, and got a free kick for his trouble.
He's already pretty high up in the air with his height. If he starts jumping, we're going to have to, put a call into the FAA. Opa-locka Airport's right down the street. We don't want to cause any trouble for their landings.
But that was textbook. You go up with your knee out, and then any kind of contact with the attacker, you just grab the ball, go down.
Absolutely.
And Richardo with a strong header there. Espana sends it forward, and it gets the ball back. We're almost into the 90th minute. Campbell for Stumptown. Well, he's given the ball away, and this is Roseboom. Roseboom to Chin. Nice little turn from Chin. And it comes to Dylan Mares, but it's going to be a free kick. And Dylan is trying to get his point across to Mo Chow that he's not making a run. And it's going to be.
Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, it's going to be a substitution, yeah, Matt?
Yes, it's going to be Dylan Mares coming off in just a minute. We've heard from the other side. And Harrison Heath the other platinum blonde player, coming in. Heath getting some run here in with the squad, which is good to see.
Well, we have to talk about a man of the match here. And it's a very, very difficult conversation. I mean, when you look at the players on both sides, it's been a great team performance, and it's been 2 great team performances. I don't know, Matt, who's on your radar for man of the match?
Oh, you're going to kick it over to me first, put the burden on me? That's what
well,
that
I
means.
just gave you 20 seconds to think about it.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't enough. Like you said, Lee, it's a total team effort tonight, I feel. There's usually there's a brace or a 2-assist night or something to jump out. I don't know. It's really tough. I think going with the goal scorer never hurts. Ariel Martinez, I feel like did a really good job, jumping in and providing that spark when it was necessary. I'd love to hear if you have another idea, because I feel like I can be persuaded.
Well, if we're going to go with goal scorers, and given the fact that Miami FC look like they'll win this game, I think maybe Brenton Griffiths, because he's been very, very good at the back. You know,
That's true.
It's been the first game really where Miami FC have really had to defend to stay in the game, as the ball goes in. Ooh, and they just about Brian James will get away with it.
Nervy.
And here's a chance for Dario Suarez to go the other way. Will he find Chow? Chow can't quite get there. It's a very hard decision. I'm going Brenton Griffiths.
Yeah, sold. Let's go Brenton Griffiths. I think that's a good call. It's a good argument.
He was the leader at the back. He scored the goal to get Miami FC on the board. And you could put 4 or 5 players in the conversation from both sides, but it's Brenton for me.
We're going to have 3 minutes of added time. We're about 1 minute already into that. Sorry, my brain is shutting down. So we're at the end of this match. So we got about 2 minutes left. I have to say, if you look at Stumptown, Gabriel Silva, we're not awarding man of the match for opposition, but what a great game he had. Really locking down that right-hand side. I was really impressed by him. There are 3 or 4 players that I was really impressed by in the Stumptown side.
I think the defences have done pretty well. I think for Stumptown to only have 2 shots, and I think for Stumptown to limit Miami FC to only 7 shots, I think the defences have been on top in this game. Here goes Mo Chow, and he will go down and get a free kick, will he? No, the referee is not interested in that one.
Nope, play on.
Maybe one last chance. Here's his Spaniard down the left-hand side for Stumptown, taking on Sean Chin. He's got a little overlap there from Odin Beck, but he chooses to go inside. Here's Richardo Israel. He chips it forward. Brenton Griffiths is in close attention, and hopefully I haven't cursed him with the man of the match. And no, he does win the free kick.
Good play.
Yeah, I think to go back to what you're saying about Gabriel Silva, really Brenton Griffiths' counterpart on Stumptown Athletic has had a great game. So a couple of great saves by McGrain, and I think if I was handing out a Stumptown MOM, it probably would be Silva as well. So we'd like to give a little bit of love to the defenders. It ain't all about the forwards spanking in goals, is it?
Absolutely.
You've got to give the defenders credit for their good performances too.